So is the track saw worth its price? It's almost its weight in gold. For this video, I'm going to use nothing but this track saw. I'm going to leave this beautiful table saw alone and just use the track saw. Okay, these are the exact same piece of wood. They used to be connected. Let's see. Oh, that's beautiful. Perfectly flush on both sides. Man, is that good. It's perfect. So now, I can't lose these. These are my setup blocks for the rest of all these cabinet doors. This is what I'm going to be using. don't lose these. I should get rid of all these other blocks, other test blocks that I've used in the past. Go into the firewood pile. This one here, go into the firewood pile, cleaning it out. This one here, getting that out of here. Okay, well, the groove cutter's in there. That's the one I'm going to use the most, I think. The one I'm going to use the most? Yeah, cuts the groove. It's the one the panel goes in. Just the ends of your rails get the tongue cut into it, but they do get the groove cut into it. So what I'm going to do is label all these first with a pencil top and with an arrow. So just to make things easy and reduce the risk of screwing up. This is where I get to see if I did it right. Keep in mind, this is the top. This space up here is a nailer for crown molding. And everything else, the reveal is right. 1/4 inch reveal around the sides and the bottom. So is the track saw worth its price? It's almost its weight in gold. I'll let you be the judge. I do have an opinion, but for this video I'm going to use nothing but this track saw. I'm going to leave this beautiful table saw alone and just use the track saw. Here's the clamp that holds the track in place. You will see a lot of people just slap this thing down on a piece of plywood and go with it. I don't recommend that. It will slide around. Trust me, I've tried it enough times to know that these clamps are worth the investment. There's a little bit of back and forth measuring to make sure that, like this one moved on me just a little bit. Back and forth. Okay, we gotta go measure 9 1/4 over here. Okay, we're good at 9 1/4. So I'll loosen that clamp and bump it just very, very slightly. And then I'll go back and double check. Obviously, to cut this 9 1/4 inches off in that table saw, it just really wouldn't work with this current setup. I have done it before. I've got those roller tables over there that I have sitting out on this side and as an in-feed table. I've done it. It works on light 1/4 inch MDF. It's actually quite manageable. But to do that with 3/4 inch plywood, you got to have had your Wheaties. Have your Wheaties before you attempt that. Still don't have a dust port set up for this, so it's going to spit a whole bunch of cancerous particles, California particles, out into the air, and we're just going to go with it, see what happens. beautiful. Once you get it set up, it cuts, and the factory blade, it cuts great too. Even though I've nicked it on a screw or two, it's still really good. Okay, I'm living on the wild side. No clamps. My marks. I am going to be putting pressure on this outside edge here. This is just a test fit. There's my door. The only thing left to do is glue it, make sure it's square, and it's done. Then I'm going to make a whole bunch more, but I won't make you suffer through that. These sorts of videos in the workshop don't get hardly any views unless I clickbait you in here to watch. But I won't do that to you. The next thing you're going to see is prepping these for paint and the new paint that I'm going to use. I'm actually going to repaint some of the old ones with some new paint. So look for that in the future. I drop these in every now and then just to check in with the guys that have interest. There's maybe only 5,000 people, maybe 10,000 on a good day that have any interest in me building anything out of wood. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.